Hey, Cornerstone kids. Welcome to Cornerstone Kids at Home. I hope you're having a great summer. I'm so excited you're here with us this week. We are going to be worshiping together. We are going to be learning memory verses, and we're going to be hearing some great Bible stories. So before we get started, let's go over our core values. Number one, love God. That's an easy one. We love God because He loved us first. Number two, love people. That's a little bit tougher because, people are flawed and sometimes they do things we don't like, but we are commanded to love them anyway. And the third thing we need to do is to love life. We live in this wonderful world that God created for us, and we need to look for the good in everything. So have a great week and make sure that you're out there loving God, loving people, and loving life.
Hello, everyone. We've got a great month ahead of us. In September, we will be focusing on friendship. Friendship is using your words and actions to show others you care. There are so many great ways to be a friend, and we will be talking about some of those things during the month.
Everyone is part of a bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God. Hey, I'm Caleb, and I want you to check out my Bible. It's a whole library of 66 books in one. The story of God's love for us that runs deeper than the roots of the mountains and further than the most distant star. When you open its pages or scroll or click, you discover God's very own words written down by people who followed him. In these scriptures, we discover that through Jesus, we can have friendship with God and with each other. I've got 4 stories to show you what it can look like. So let's get started in the book of Ecclesiastes. Here, King Solomon, one of the wisest men to ever live, shares what he's discovered about friendship. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do. 1 person could be overpowered, but 2 people can stand up for themselves. And a rope made out of 3 cords isn't easily broken. When it comes to friends, 1 + 1 always equals way more than 2. Now, that's some new math I can handle. Time to head over to the book of 1 Samuel. Okay, here we discover one of the most famous friendships in the Bible, David and Jonathan. Jonathan is the king's son, so he should be the next king, right? But God's already chosen John's friend David as the next king. You'd think John would be jealous, but instead, he goes over and above to keep his friend safe when David finds himself between a spear and a hard place. Now let's jump ahead a couple books to 1 Kings. The kings of Israel after David and Solomon are a mixed bunch, but God sent the prophet Elijah to speak truth to them. It's a lonely job, and Elijah's on the run for his life. When he cries out to God in despair, God sends help, a young man named Elisha. Now, Elijah's got a prophet in training and a true friend to face the whirlwind journey ahead. Okay, we wrap up in the book of John. For 3 years, Jesus traveled everywhere with his closest friends. Then he was killed and returned to life. His friends were stoked, but Peter was on edge. See, before Jesus died, Peter had said 3 times he didn't even know Jesus. Would Jesus maybe be angry? Even unfriend Peter? Let's just say when they come face to face, there's nothing fishy about the way Jesus responds to Peter. Being a friend, it's not always easy, but God can give us the courage and kindness we need to show true friendship. And I can't wait to see how it plays out in you and me.
Jesus, you have been so faithful. Jesus, you have been so true. I will be forever thankful, 'cause I never had a friend like you. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. You're with me in the darkest valley. You're with me on the mountaintop. I'm thankful that you never leave me, and that your love will never stop. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. Love one another with a love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God.
I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay, 'cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. Come sunshine or rain, when things don't go my way, still my joy can stay, 'cause you give me blessings every day. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay, 'cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. You fill my heart with hope. You're everywhere I go. So even if I'm feeling low, I still got this one thing, this eyes on the one who never fails. I'm gonna make some noise cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Every new sunrise gonna fix my eyes on the one who never fails. I'm gonna make some noise cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Whoa, cause I've got joy. Ooh, I've got joy, yeah. Cause I've got joy. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. Oh, I've got joy.
Hey Cornerstone kids, are you ready for our memory verse? On your feet. Remember, I'll say our verse and then we'll say it together. Are you ready? A friend loves at all times. They are there to help when trouble comes. Proverbs 17:17, NIRV. Are you ready? Let's say it together. A friend loves at all times. They are there to help when trouble comes. Proverbs 17:17, NIRV. Great job, guys. Now have a seat and let's get ready for this week's true Bible story.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Cornerstone Kids at Home. This month we have some exciting things going on here in Cornerstone Kids, and we are so glad you are a part of it. This month we will be focusing on friendship and the love we show others. We can show love because we have the very best example of love in Jesus. He is always faithful and true. He is always there to help us. Jesus is our friend no matter what.
Hey everybody, it's Haley here, and I love parties. Don't you just love parties? I love all kinds of parties. Birthday parties! Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday dear Haley! Happy birthday to me! And who doesn't love a good block party? Beanbag toss! Sorry. I could use some lessons. Which is why friendship is so important. Friendship is using your words and actions to show others you care. It's kind of hard to have a party without friends. And honestly, it's hard to even plan a party without friends. You need a tall friend to hang the lights. You need a friend who can bake. And if you got a friend who's giving beanbag toss lessons, tell them to give me a call. The point is, we need friends, and friends need us. And in today's story, we're gonna talk about what makes a friend a friend. That sounds like fun! It makes me wanna party!
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verses 9 through 12.
The writer of Ecclesiastes tells us two people are better than one. They can help each other in everything they do. Suppose either of them falls down, then the one can help the other one up. But suppose a person falls down and doesn't have anyone to help them up. Then feel sorry for that person. One person could be overpowered, but two people can stand up for themselves. And a rope made with 3 cords isn't easily broken. Let's see how this might play out in someone's life today. Jackson slid into the small school theater and took a seat in the back row and waited for Mr. Ray, the music and arts teacher. It looked like there was only one other kid who showed up to build the set for the 5th grade production of Charlotte's Web, Amal from Mrs. Wiseman's class.
Hey.
Hi.
The two boys sat there in awkward silence until Mr. Ray showed up.
Ah, my set team. Fantastic. You guys know each other?
Kinda.
Different classes. Well, you're gonna get to spend a lot of time together in the next 2 weeks as we build this set and get it painted. You guys got any experience with power tools?
Jackson could see Amal shift nervously in his seat.
No, I don't want to go on stage. Miss Wiseman said I could do this instead.
Don't worry, I'll teach you what you need to know. How about you, Jackson?
I'm pretty good with a hammer, and I didn't want to wear some silly animal costume.
The two boys basically ignored each other as Mr. Ray showed them how to measure each piece of lumber for him to cut, and then he helped them lay out the pieces in a large frame.
Now, this'll be one of the wall flats for the backdrop. We'll paint it as part of the barn. Amal, you want to hammer in these nails?
I guess.
Hold it more like this. Don't worry, you'll get it.
I'll do this side.
Jackson nailed together the entire flat while Amal still struggled with one corner.
What a klutz.
But it was a different story the next day when they started to paint.
This flat is part of our barn wall. I want you guys to paint a couple of chickens right there.
Amal grabbed a brush right away.
Oh, do you want them to look like real chickens or like cartoons?
Just give them your own personal spin.
Amal got to work right away, creating an entire palette of colors while Jackson was still trying to figure out which brush to pick.
Now, I've got to run down to the art room. Amal, why don't you show Jackson how to get started?
I don't really...
Mr. Ray smiled at them both.
He needs a hand. I think you guys will make a great team.
Mr. Ray hurried out. Jackson and Amal avoided each other's eyes.
Well, I'll sketch an outline for the chickens.
What do I do?
Just, fill it in.
I'm not really an artist.
Jackson dipped his brush randomly in the blue paint and frowned at Amal's outline.
Just have fun with it.
Jackson swiped the blue brush, outlining a wing.
I've never seen a blue chicken.
Oh.
It's great. It'll stand out.
Oh. Thanks.
By the time Mr. Ray returned, Jackson was surprised to discover that he and Amal had already painted 5 brilliant hued chickens. Mr. Ray grinned.
I've never seen a more flamboyant flock.
Jackson held out his fist to Amal, and Amal, surprised, gave him a fist bump.
Yep, see you boys tomorrow.
The next day, Amal showed up with a bruised finger on his left hand.
I can still paint with my right.
What happened?
Mr. Kunkel keeps putting me in as goalie during PE, and then I mess it up, and everyone on the team gets mad at me.
Do you stay on your toes? Keep your eye on the ball?
No. I just panic when the ball comes at me.
Look, I can show you some tips later in the parking lot, before my mom comes.
Really? That would be great.
And Jackson turned out to be a pretty good teacher because Amal managed to get 2 blocks during PE the next day. And when Jackson showed up to paint sets, stressed out by a math test, Amal grabbed his textbook.
Fractions?
I see all these weird numbers and I freeze up.
You just have to break it down like this.
With Amal's help, Jackson managed to stay calm during his test the next day. And by the middle of the next week, they had completed the entire backdrop for Charlotte's Web.
Well done. I knew you two would make a great team.
Amal's pretty okay.
Jackson's not too terrible.
Look, I know you guys are really different from each other, but it's boring if all your friends are just like you.
Together, they started gathering wood scraps and wiping off brushes.
Seriously, one of the wisest men to ever live pointed this out. Solomon.
Solomon?
Yep. He's this king in the Bible. He was a builder and an artist and super rich too. But for all the things he had, you know what he valued most? Friendship. He says it like this: 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do.
On point.
Yeah.
Amal held out his fist, and Jackson tapped it with his own. Maybe Solomon and Mr. Ray were onto something.
All right, John, are you ready for the tug of war?
Oh, I'm ready, Brandon.
On your mark, get set, go! How is this helping us to learn how to do the tug of war?
It's not. Something's wrong.
We need to be both pulling on the same rope.
Oh, yes, of course.
Let's try this again.
Yeah. Star wipe.
On your mark.
Get set.
Go! Oh, man, this isn't how a tug of war works either.
No?
No! We should be on opposite sides of the rope. Otherwise, it's just going to be... Oh, that was unusual.
I'm okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon.
I'm John.
And this is the So and So Show, a show where me and my best friend try to have some fun. We learn something. We do. You okay? Do you need a lozenge?
No, I'm fine. Please continue.
All right. Anyway, it's the show where me and my best friend, we try and learn something. What are you doing? Why are you making that noise? You want me to stop talking?
No.
This is a show where me and my best friend... What is the matter? Why do you keep crying when I say best friend? Are you...
It's just that we've been best friends for a long time now, right?
So long.
Well, the thing is, I've got a new best friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, we can still be friends without being best friends. I mean, we're around each other all the time. It makes sense that we could use a break once in a while. But believe me, I get it.
But I don't...
Who is this new best friend anyway? Tell me everything.
Okay. So I was walking through the store the other day, and I hear this voice out of the blue. Hi. So I turned around, and I said, hi, back, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's not every day that you meet people who are just plain old friendly, right? So you have to... Anyway, before you know it, we got to talking, and you wouldn't believe how smart she is. I mean, she knows something about everything. We were in the store talking for like hours. The manager said I had to leave or make a purchase, and next thing you know, we're walking out of the store together. We've been best friends ever since.
Well, that's awesome. When do I get to meet her?
Oh, she's here.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, please welcome someone who knows everything. Is she coming?
What? Oh, through the door? Oh, no, of course not. No.
I don't understand.
Besides, she's already here. Brandon, allow me to introduce Sylvia. Say hello, Sylvia.
Hello, Sylvia.
She slays me. That's a great joke.
Hey, John, you know your best friend can't be a robot voice in a box, right?
Jealous.
No.
Of course it can. Look at all the fun times we've had together already. Hey, Sylvia, play the friendship montage.
Playing friendship montage.
Just yesterday.
John, this thing is not your friend. It's a box that you found. It's a box, all right? And it's just like every other box in the store.
That's not true.
It is.
That is not true. She has answers to all my questions. We have the same taste in music. We know where I like to
all
eat.
it does is repeat facts from the internet and play generated playlists.
No, she also knows what the weather is going to be like. How does she know that?
It's a computer. It can only give you facts, right? It can't help you like a real friend can. You know, like what's a problem that you're having right now? Anything. Tell me.
Okay. Well, you know my neighbor.
Longbeard Carl?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, he keeps blocking my driveway. He's got like 6 cars for no reason, and it just keeps frustrating me.
Okay, well, as your friend who is actually listening to your problems, I suggest that you go to Longbeard Carl and you tell him what's bothering you.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Sylvia?
Searching for tow truck companies.
Oh, come on. You are not going to call a tow truck and tow Longbeard Carl's car without talking to him.
I know, but I'm just saying Sylvia heard the problem and came up with a possibly good solution.
The tow truck is on its way.
No, cancel the tow truck. Cancel the tow truck.
Tow truck canceled.
She was just trying to be helpful.
Uh-huh. It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys.
Hi, Kellen.
Now ordering 9 melons.
No, not melons. Kellen, no, cancel the melon order. Cancel the melon order.
Canceling melons.
Whoa! You guys found one of the new Sylvias?
You know, sometimes it seems like she found me.
He thinks it's his new best friend.
Oh, she's way more than a friend. She can do this. Sylvia, go disco mode.
Disco mode engaged.
Sylvia, stop.
No, don't listen to him, Sylvia. Go crazy bananas.
Ordering 80 bananas.
What is it with you and produce? No, cancel the banana order.
Canceling bananas.
You got a story for us, Kellen?
I do. And speaking of produce, here's Count Lupe and Mr. Fritter. Count Lupe and Mr. Fritter are the best of friends, as you may know, but sometimes they don't make the wisest choices. So, here's a little wisdom from the book of Ecclesiastes to help them out. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do.
Did you hear that, Count Lupe? 2 are better than 1. What perfect timing. We can help each other get to the bottom of these stairs.
Who needs help? Last one down is improperly aged fromage. Yay!
Count Lupe, you fell.
Clack! Clack!
I'll be happy to help you traverse the dangerous staircase, Mr. Fritter. I have brought a pillow.
Oh, thank you, Perry. You are a good friend.
Yeah. The verses continue. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do. Suppose either of them falls down. Then the one can help the other one up. But suppose a person falls down and doesn't have anyone to help them up. Then feel sorry for that person.
I couldn't have made it safely without you, Perry.
And I could not have made it safely without you, Mr. Fritter.
I could not make it to the hospital without either of you. Help!
Friends are there to help each other. And when we mess up or when we fall down, friends can help us get back up. But Ecclesiastes has even more wisdom for us. 1 person could be overpowered, but 2 people can stand up for themselves. And a rope made out of 3 cords isn't easily broken.
It's very crowded in here, Perry. I hope we'll be safe.
We will be safe, Mr. Fritter, as long as we stick together. There's strength in numbers.
You're right, Perry. You're so right. Hey, where's Count Lupe anyway?
Hello, you two. I hope you are enjoying being packed in like cans of sardines while I have all the space in the world.
Are you sure it's safe up there alone, Count Lupe? We can make room for you down here if you'd like.
Never! Besides, I am not all alone. There are 2 bags of frozen green peas here to keep me company.
Oh, Count Lupe, those peas have been there for years. I wouldn't mess with them if I were you.
nonsense. It is they who should not mess with me.
Count Lupe, look out! Oh no.
Yeah, that was silly. But the point is, a friend is there for you when you need help. They give you advice. They stand up for you when you're in trouble. It's good to have a friend. Isn't that right, Count Lupe?
Oui.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kellen. That was a good lesson. It was very fruitful.
Take care.
Yeah. Hey, do you get why this thing can't be your friend now? I mean, it's not going to give you advice. It's not going to stand up for you when you're in trouble.
Okay. You're right. But it is good for one thing. Sylvia?
Reveal the question.
Thank you, Sylvia. The question of the day is, what makes someone a good friend?
Someone who listens and cares?
Yeah, someone who knows a little more than just how to do an internet search.
Yeah. Brandon, will you be my best friend again?
Of course.
Ah! Sorry, Sylvia. I'm going to go ahead and shut you down, all right?
Yep.
What are you doing, John? My mind is going.
Daisy, Daisy, give your answer due.
So talk about it together. What makes someone a good friend?
And we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show.
Ow! Oof! How long are these stairs?
That's too much, man. That's amazing.
Okay, here are 4 things you can learn from those verses in the book of Ecclesiastes. Number 1, friends get more done when they work together, which makes a whole lot of sense. Planning a party goes a lot faster when I've got someone to help me out. Which brings me to number 2, friends help each other. A true friend doesn't just sit back and watch when it's obvious you need a hand. Little help here! Ah! Number 3, friends stand up for each other. You better not be messing with one of my friends. I will totally fight you! Unless, you're bigger than me, then I will not fight you. In which case, I will totally reprimand you with some carefully planned stern words. Just don't mess with my friends, okay? And number 4, friends help you trust God. You may have a lot of different friends in your life, but a true friend, one that lasts, is the kind that helps you make wise choices. The kind of friend you can talk to about what you believe honestly, and who can help your faith in Jesus grow. So, here's the one thing to remember today. Choose your friends carefully. I think you should try to be a friend to everybody, whether it's a friend you choose or not. But when you're deciding who to spend most of your time with, you should choose carefully. Ask yourself, is my friend helpful? Would they stand up for me? Do they help me trust God more? And while you're at it, ask yourself this, am I a helpful friend? Would I stand up for others and help people trust God more? When you want to find good friends, one of the best things you can do is to be a good friend. And never forget that Jesus is your ultimate friend. He is always there for you, no matter what. So, be on the lookout for good friends this week. When you choose wisely, you can't miss.
Friends make life so much better. They allow us to get more done, they help us, they stand up for us, and they help us trust God more. That's why it's so important to do this. Choose your friends carefully. Let's ask God to help us to have good friendships that will help us grow closer to Him. Dear God, thank you for giving us the gift of friendship. We know that we can't go through this life alone. Friends really do help each other in so many ways. We want to have friendships that help us grow closer to you every day. We know we need to make the wise choice when it comes to choosing our friends. So please give us your wisdom. Help us through our friendships to love God, love people, and love life. We love you, and we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. We are going to close our time together with a prayer slide for you and your family to share. We will see you next week.